everybody? It's your favorite spoilers, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Star Wars Black Series Jannah. The reason why I say spoilers is because there's been a number of stuff kind of floating around about her that we've talked about on the Nerd Rage Radio podcast and on the conversations I've had with Andy and Tyler on there as well, and I don't want to give it away, for one, because we're not sure if it's true, and for two, because I have to be sensitive about such things. But what I don't have to be sensitive about are her accessories. So she comes with kind of a pirate-styled pistol. It looks like a tusk or something that makes the grip, and then the rest is painted silver. Interesting. She'll hold that just fine, and it'll fit in her holster. She comes with a quiver and some arrows, one single arrow, and then one bundle of three. The bundle of three obviously will fit inside of the quiver, and then the quiver is painted nicely with the beige and then the straps that are all painted, and for the most part, it's fairly clean. Now, I can't find any promotional images with her actually having this quiver on, and it's a little hard to kind of get in a good spot because of the cape. So I have it wrapped around kind of the back of her body because it kind of seems like that's the way the strap wants to go, but it's hard to have it, you know, anywhere where it will keep the arrows inside of the quiver. So unless you have it on her back proper like you normally would, but then it's hard to kind of get it, you know, to look natural with the cape. So that's a bit of a bummer. She also comes with this bow, and you have silver paint, and like it looks like this is made of wood here in the center, and then you have the strap, and the strap is kind of a bummer. It's glued in, so it's kind of stuck wherever you're gonna have it, and like it's always gonna look silly if she's holding it straight because the strap is like defying gravity and won't bend down. So like there's a lot of problems with this accessory. Not well done at all. And she can hold it by gripping in between the kind of hole in the layer of wood, so to speak. And let's talk about the figure. So the hair is sculpted beautifully. Really great job. And then the visor sculpted well and painted well as well with the red accents. The face paint looks good, clean. The face itself has like a more polished look, which kind of looks like she just got finished working out or something, like she's sweaty. But this is a really well painted and executed figure in regard to kind of the kind of real life painting that they've been doing recently. She has this floating piece for her cape. It's a softer plastic, and it's also a bit transparent, and then it is dry brushed with this brown. It does give it a cool look, but I wish it were soft goods. That's my opinion. Double ball peg from the head into the neck, but pretty much no articulation out of it. They haven't quite mastered that yet, so we got pretty much nothing up, pretty much nothing down. You pretty much just get the swivel, and that's it. So that's kind of a bummer. Upper body, she has what feels like to me a single ball peg, but it could be a double. I just can't tell. Either way, the range is good and the swivel is good. We have the base, then we have the tunic sculpted, then the outer shirt, and then the strap sculpted, and all three layers are painted, which is nice, and it looks good, and the little gold buckle on there as well. So we have disc hinge shoulders, get you a little bit past 90, probably just about 90 degrees, and then the sleeves are painted on, and then you get the full swivel around. Single hinge elbow, that gets you just about 90 degrees and looks ugly, with a bicep swivel there. And then we have the gauntlet here, which is painted with a kind of a metallic turquoise that looks really good, and then the straps are painted kind of a brown around it, and they are at varying degrees of successful in regard to the paint cleanliness. On this side, it's same articulation wise, with a wrist swivel and then hinge in out on this hand, swivel and hinge up down on this hand. And we have two holding hands, but we do have a lot of accessories, so let's give them a pass. On this side, we have the strap bit on with the red paint accents that looks good, a little outside the lines there. Individual results will vary, and then the red band is painted on. The band for the glove is painted on here, and then the gray is painted on top. Nothing for this side. We have this piece, which is painted for the lower torso, and then the whole belt piece is painted browns, blacks, silvers, gold or yellows, reds. Looks good. T-jointed ball joints for hips, get you out to there, forward and back to there. Thigh swivel, all the wrinkles in the pants are sculpted nicely. It all looks good. Then the extra strap is sculpted on and painted well. The knees are double jointed. They are a small knee, and they're actually pretty good looking. Well, I should say they're not as terrible as what we are used to seeing with knees in regard to Black Series. It's not that bad. Then the upper part is painted. The little band where it's cuffed is painted. And then we have the leg, and then the straps for the sandals. We have an ankle tilt up, an ankle tilt down, really tight joint there, and then the rocker. The gray is painted on the bottom, and then we have the strap that's actually painted across the disc, which is nice. We don't really usually see stuff like that. So once again, kind of a pretty well done figure. And for right now, I just have her kind of on my sequel heroes shelf because I don't know how I'm going to break all this stuff up yet. I'm really waiting for 9 before I make a decision. There's not really enough in 8 to kind of break that one up, so I'm okay with them kind of bleeding over into this, but I just haven't made up my mind yet. I got to see how 9 plays out, but there she is. Looks pretty good. Final thoughts wise for the negatives, the main problem with this is the accessories and getting the accessories to kind of work and look natural and not look dumb or silly. And honestly, this is the only pose I could come up with to incorporate them. I have her one hand holding the arrow, I have her other hand holding the bow, the strap is kind of laying naturally, and then the quiver is in use and it's holding the arrows. And I can tell you, this wasn't easy to kind of pull off, and I can't figure out anything else to do with her. So she's very static in that regard, in regard to these accessories. That and the limited articulation from the head to the neck, those are my only issues with this figure. Positives wise though, once again, I'm sorry about that bump there. Once again, the sculpt is beautiful. The paint is beautiful. The engineering is all in there. For the most part, they just got to tighten up on some things. But I do feel like there's a lot of love and attention given to this stuff, especially in this wave, and it's coming across with each figure I look at. Layers of paint, layers of sculpt, tons of accessories, so it's hard not to recommend it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.